because we've just put up with Starmergeddon for the last 2 years. So we're watching.
So Starmer's gone. Oh, he's on his way out the door, I should say. And we have another PM lined up in the form of Jeremy Corbyn. Sorry, I mean Andy Burnham. What do you think of this situation? Because Andy Burnham have kind of come from nowhere, all of a sudden got elected out of the blue for Parliament, and now is being lined up to become a Prime Minister.
Yeah, I think what people are going to soon realise is if you thought Starmer was bad, Andy Burnham is going to be a lot worse. This guy,
heck of a lot worse.
I think you mentioned Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah.
He is Jeremy Corbyn through and through. Mm-hmm. More to the left than Starmer is in terms of government control.
Yeah.
It's going to get a lot worse. Keir Starmer currently is only a caretaker prime minister, isn't he?
Yeah, that's so true.
And the things we've heard from Burnham, his own MPs are saying we don't know what he stands for.
Right. Yeah.
He's not being really clear on what he can do because Starmer's, I think, trying to sabotage him.
Yeah.
And saying,
what's
that famous Labour saying, there's no money left.
That's true.
What Labour are very good at spending taxpayers' money.
Oh, yeah.
They
and
love
lying.
That. And lying. Both.
Yeah. And do you think with Starmer leaving, do you think it's best that he presses the self-destruct button and call a general election earlier? I
know Restore Britain, we're ready.
Yeah?
We are ready. The template really, when I see, especially going into next year's council election, I just look at Great Yarmouth.
Yes.
Now, Great Yarmouth, I think every party stood, including Labour, Reform, Conservatives, and Restore Britain, or it was Great Yarmouth first, supported by Restore Britain.
Yeah.
They won every single seat, but they won them by thumping majorities.
Right.
And that's because it was a well-run campaign.
Yeah.
Candidates make a big, Burnham has got a bit of a boost because they see him. It's like, what's that saying about the best of the worst bunch?
Oh, yeah, best of the...
When you look at him and Starmer,
that's right, yeah.
He is a bit more relatable, but he is far more left-wing. And
he's dangerous, in my opinion. This is bordering on danger. Matthew, what do you think about if they called a general election? Do you believe that Labour will not be the majority or someone like Reform or Restore would get in?
I think it might mirror the Welsh recent Senate elections in that I think Reform would do well. I don't know who the people are obviously frustrated with Labour, and I think they would jump ship as we saw, so many people going up to Plaid Cymru, and Reform was there as a second, on the heels.
Yeah.
Nationwide, I don't know who would take that spot. The Labour sort of block voting with people who have traditionally voted Labour, I don't think. Who else would they go to? They're not going to go to Reform. They're not going to go to Restore. Where are they going to go? It's hard to say, but it's hard. It's hard to see Restore, as much as I might like them to come through as a driving force. It's hard to see that nationwide getting a majority, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think from what I've seen and the people I talk to, Restore Britain have been going for 3 months since March.
Is it only 3 months?
So this year. They've got over 155,000 paid up members.
Wow.
I think Makerfield, to get was over 3,000 votes from nothing is a fantastic start. And what you'll see is if Reform continue to go down the line they are,
right.
It's looking likely that if the Parliament Investigations Committee or whatever they call it, looking into Farage, that potentially the outcome for that dodgy £5 million that he didn't declare.
Is it dodgy though? Or is it just got gifted to him? Does he need to declare something that got gifted to him? But
a gift is maybe a box of chocolates, bottle of champagne.
Sure.
I don't think you hear often of, I'm going to gift you £5 million for Brexit.
But...
And then all of a sudden, he had the £5 million.
Yeah.
And then for months and months, he'd said, I'm not standing.
Yeah.
Gets the £5 million. I'm standing. And I just think after the Nathan Gill, questions do need to be asked. Because Farage can't go around saying to the public, it's none of your business. Because certainly if I was gifted £5 million...
I suppose you're in that sector where it needs to be transparent.
Transparency. But I think going back onto what we were saying about Andy Burnham, we go on about Labour, but I think we're underestimating the Green Party.
Right, yeah.
Because I think Matthew was saying about where are these voters going. We are seeing a huge, we got 2 Green MSs now.
Yeah, which is mad. I can't believe that.
Zach Polanski.
He's an idiot. I mean, I don't understand.
He's a dangerous lunatic. Let's just put it politely.
Can you imagine if he was LPM? Can you honestly see him running the country?
No. But we can't underestimate the Green Party. They are on the rise. They are getting all the radical left crazies. The tree-hugging people.
But do you think the Labour vote then would go to someone like Liberals because they are dressed up as a normal party, but their ideas are bonkers?
Do you know, it's funny you say this because I have the same issue in Bridgend Council with there are 22 or 21 independent.
Right.
Independent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, there are some really hard-working councillors, but there's a good few of them who are ex-Plaid Cymru.
Yeah.
I think there's one who's an ex-Lib Dem. They're
kind of homeless, aren't they?
Yeah. It's worrying.
But it is, because I think it reflects what's happening in the population, where people feel politically homeless. And if we feel politically homeless, then how are we going to encourage, because we only get about a 50% turnout in any election, how are we going to encourage the other half of the nation to actually vote and make their vote count?
Yeah, because you look at the recent Senedd election and you see Plaid Cymru and how they've got in. Well, if you look at the SNP in Scotland, once they got in, it's hard to ever get them out because they implement their sort of Plaid Cymru. They put themselves out as the party of Wales.
Not mine.
But when you look into their policies, I'll never forget, I had one person last year in the Caerphilly by-election who said, I voted Reform in the last general election. I'm voting Plaid in this election.
You can't get more polar opposite.
It baffled me. And I said, have you looked at Plaid Cymru's policies?
No, they haven't.
And, they're the party, it's that pride thing of, well, it's my country. And these Plaid Cymru are raving nationalist loonies who have not got the interests of Wales first. They're globalists.
So Plaid's promised the world, right, with all funding and everything like that. And there's a predominant school called Ruthin or something along them lines. It's a private school that's closing down because it hasn't got enough funds coming in. And yet, we're supposed to be a land of opportunity, a land of diversity, a land of all these things that they've told us. And yet, we're seeing things that were benefiting Wales now closing. And that's all to do with Plaid Cymru.
Yeah. Like socialists, they love to spend money, but they're not very good at...
at making something out of that money. They spend it and we've got nothing to show for it. And this school was a very predominant school. It was very, people knew about it. It had good results, all of that type of stuff. And now it's closed.
I'd probably give it maybe 6 months and people will see through Andy Burnham.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll see through him and some of the policies he'll bring in. It's obvious taxes will go up on
of course.
The most wealthiest, because some reason those in Labour think that if we tax the most wealthiest in society, it will sort of, no, they'll just leave.
Yeah, no, and then we just have a nation full of poor people.
Yeah.
Then he'll have no taxes.
The logic behind it, I just,
Well, you need businessmen in Parliament.
Yeah.
You need people who understand business. And unfortunately, what we've got is a bunch of social justice warriors in Parliament that have no idea how to run finances or a country, which is concerning.
But not just in Parliament, in the councils.
Yeah, it's true.
They're just incompetent. They don't understand day-to-day life.
No.
They've got very little understanding of running businesses, of just
general finance.
So
if you are one of these people who voted anti-Burnham, then God bless your soul, because you've done the worst thing possible for our nation. Do I believe that 24,000 people actually voted for Andy Burnham? No, I think something's done wrong there. However, it is what it is. We will soon find out if Andy Burnham becomes Prime Minister. Hopefully not, but...
The main thing is we're not going away.
We're not.
The silent majority is waking up.
Yeah.
And if Andy Burnham thinks that he can roll on without being having accountability and being scrutinised, the people of Britain are watching closely.
Absolutely.
And they're not stupid, because we've just put up with Starmergeddon for the last 2 years. So we're watching.
Yeah, we are watching. So don't look to the right, don't look to the left. Where do we look?
Upwards.
Amen.